That is scary.
Bravery in the face of uncertainty.
Striker contact. Right.
Good job.
If you want to study snow, Silverton is the place.
Yeah, my name's Aaron Rice. I grew up just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. I originally moved out west to Colorado for university and studied snow hydrology and atmospheric science there. Up and down the Rocky Mountains for about half of my life. And this is one of those places where I never thought that I would live. It was like a home away from home. Silverton, Colorado is one of those mythical places in my mind. I was fortunate enough to have parents who loved going into the mountains. Coming from Europe, both of them were in the Air Force. We spent a lot of our vacation time, like family vacation time, going up into the Green Mountains of Vermont because it reminded them of Austria. I came to outdoor education originally in high school through ski instructing. So knew that I wanted to have education be the driving force. Mainly the purpose was, what can I study that will allow me to ski the most throughout the rest of my life? Yeah, I'm not sure that I knew that I had to follow this path. I don't think I would have ever positioned myself here as a teenager. I was on a very different path, one more towards like the Air Force. The realities of having my mom deployed a number of times and the realities of wartime with what she experienced and came back with really influenced the direction I wanted to go. And as an 18-year-old who had been very focused on either flying planes or jumping out of them my entire life and was really excited to finally get to the point to pursue that, it really shook up my worldview. I didn't know what I was going to do because the first time I came to Colorado was to visit the Air Force Academy, and I had never seen mountains like that. I'd never seen anything like it. And you have those moments that change your worldview because you get to see what's possible. At a time when I didn't know, I did not know where I was going, that really solidified like, well, at least I have to go here. When I was in university, it was originally in engineering because I was working on the industry side of the ski industry. I thought it would be really cool to make, design, and build skis. About halfway through school that I was inept at engineering and that was never going to be the case. My professor was a snow hydrologist and I have this very vivid memory of him being up front and saying, I'm a snow hydrologist and here's what I do, and sitting in the back of a 300-person classroom and just kind of like perked my ears up and approached him immediately, and it was like, this is what I think I want to do. I didn't do any of my training with the Silverton Avalanche School, but I sought them out because of the way that we were going about this. It was a very human-centered, very risk-centered approach. There was no, you have to do it this way. We work in this incredibly dynamic environment, and the recognition that we need to change our tools and our techniques and be adaptable in that environment was something that resonated with me. That there's always something you can learn from many different angles in this way keeps me engaged in avalanche education. Being an educator gets back to that commitment to lifelong learning. I learn the best, I think, through teaching. It tests me every single time. Like, meet your students where they're at. Yes, there's like the level of it, but more importantly for me and my style, it's meeting them where they're at in terms of how they're gonna best engage with the material. That reciprocity, that two-way street is really important to me. Yeah, that's easily the thing that I'm most proud of. yeah, is having Jill, having my wife that I love dearly, and having 2 wonderful kids. And building this into that is really important. Not from like a do as I do way. We really just want our kids to enjoy being outside, like have positive outdoor experiences. Sometimes it feels like being trip leaders again together. It's hard. It's hard, but like the hard things are by far the most rewarding. Walking up a mountain's hard. Raising a young family is hard. They're so rewarding.